The Cage Warriors veteran, Marko Sarasjärvi, is a talented grappler, always hungry for chokes. A powerful wrestler from Moldova, Grigore Mutelica, steps in the cage with an aggressive forward marching style of striking. There lies plenty of power both in the punches and submissions of these athletes. Who will be the last man standing? Ladies and gentlemen, Marko Sarasjärvi versus Grigore Mutelica.
To the blue corner, Grigore Mutelica.
Now representing Team Frota from Moldova, Grigore Mutelica making his walk to the cage here tonight. This gentleman is something of a grappler, but has pretty solid counter-striking as well.
And to be honest, at least to me, he's a bit of an unknown. Like, out of all the athletes from this card, there is not a lot of footage of him. But to my understanding, an experienced grappler prefers to grapple, and he's a real submission threat. So when he finds an opening, he will capitalize on those. But so is Sarasjärvi. So I think it's an intriguing matchup, and for one reason or another, I have a feeling this might turn into a wild striking battle.
Interesting you say wild, because of course Mutelica noted for having a calm style, but still being very aggressive. That's an interesting combination. And when combined with that strong wrestling attack, there is the potential for things to go, for instance, to the ground. But as you said, Sarasjärvi is not. He's no slouch there himself. So where does this fight end up taking place is a question that I'm still pondering right now. Of course, luckily we'll have that answer in just a few moments. Yeah. But I think that is one of the more intriguing questions of this fight.
Overall, like, Mutelica's fighting style is he's calm and composed, but he is aggressive. Like, he goes forward, prefers to wrestle, but he throws punches.
Yeah, clear head in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be a good one.
To the red corner, Marko. Moldova with a professional record of 1 win and no losses, weighing 66 kilos, Grigore Mutelica. And in the red corner, Helsinki-based Finnish fighter with a professional record of 3 wins and 3 losses, weighing 66.1 kilos, Marko.
Two 2-0 here tonight.
You are about to experience the cage.
And we are underway here at Cage on the Beach Volume 2. Early low kick from Mutelica as these two begin to feel each other out. Another lands. Sarasjärvi kick to the leg of his own. Doesn't quite have the same snap to it.
Yeah, Sarasjärvi looking really calm and composed and switching stances.
Keeps shaking his head and gets that leg and is able to dump Mutelica, take him to the mat.
Great control, takedown, catching the kick, and finishing inside control.
Let's see what he's able to do with this position.
And this is where
looking for potential
Sarasjärvi
elbows
is at his best. In strong top positions, hunting for submissions, and he has plenty of time to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's looking at potentially secure a Kimura here. Obviously, that his own leg is going to make that a little bit difficult, but if he's able to get that arm, it'd break that grip.
Yeah, I think he's looking to switch to an arm bar.
Very, very versatile ground game here, already on display. Yep, looking for that arm bar for sure. I think he senses a clear advantage there. Sorry about that, Alex.
He chained very well. I think it's always risky in MMA to sacrifice the position for the submission, but there was a beautiful chaining off of the Kimura to the armbar, and it's deep, so Mutelica has to be really careful because the arm is extending.
Yeah, I don't know what read Sarasjärvi got here, but it seems to have been correct to go that heavily for a submission. While giving up the position.
That's really tight.
Yeah, that is a bad hyperextension there. But Mutelica is tough. He's just trying to shake him off.
And now the elbow is out. So
potentially transitioning to an omoplata. Nope. Other direction.
Triangle.
Yeah. I just love the omoplata so much.
Catch by Marko Sarasjärvi. Great chaining, staying calm. Even though he didn't finish the armbar, there was a beautiful transition to the triangle choke.
Oh, and those hard elbows dropping to the head of Mutelica. This has been one-way traffic for Sarasjärvi since this went to the mat. Oh, and he's out.
Beautiful submission victory for Marko Sarasjärvi.
Sarasjärvi is absolutely pumped, and there's no question about why. That was a beautiful performance from start to finish. He was able to go in there and just absolutely dominate every single exchange on the ground. And whatever physical cue he needed to tell him, this guy cannot hang with me here, he got very early and immediately pressed that advantage and eventually dispatched his opponent, put him right out. That is a damn impressive victory for Marko Sarasjärvi here tonight.
At first he attacked to the Kimura, completely committed to it, switched to an armbar, and right after he lost the armbar, shot to a triangle and finished Grigore Mutelica. So
incredible sequence.
Performance, and back to the win column for Marko Sarasjärvi.
Yeah, and good to have him there, of course. Unfortunately, hands Mutelica an early defeat in his mixed martial arts career, but I have no doubt he'll be back Unfortunately, he just got a bit outclassed here tonight. And here you see that armbar. Pretty good hyperextension on that. I think from that moment, Sarasjärvi knew, hey, something from this sequence is going to end up getting me a victory. Clearly, it was this. He tried to soften him up, rather, with those elbows. But from this moment, it was just almost a foregone conclusion that eventually he's going to get that. And get it, he did. And he'll let the referee know, hey, this guy's asleep right now. I can hear him snoring.
Yeah, that was a great call by the referee, and with the assistance by Marko Sarasjärvi.
He knew right there, he's like, he's out.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
You can feel when someone goes limp, so.
Very, very pumped, too, in that victory, and for good reason. You know, it's amazing to see him come back and have a great resurgence here on home soil. Let's hear how fast he got that job done.
Hyvä yleisö, tämä Cage-illan virallisesti jatkot järjestetään Milliklubilla. Cage-tapahtumalipulla ilmainen sisäänpääsy koko illan ajan. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ends after 2 minutes and 35 seconds of the first round. Winner by triangle choke, Marko Sarasjärvi!
There you have it, making short work of Grigore Mutelica tonight is Marko Sarasjärvi. Excuse me. Let's hear what he has to say to Velkku in the post-fight interview.
Marko, onneksi olkoon, hieno voitto.
Kiitos paljon, kiitos.
Miltä tuntui?
No, olihan se ehkä vähän helppoa, pakko sanoa, mutta kyllä silti hapottaa jaloissa, että jos se nyt olisi tuohon tullut, niin olisi vituttanut, mutta kyllä mä huomasin siinä, että ne lopetusyritykset oli sen verran lähellä siinä heti, että mä ajattelin jahtaa ne päätyy asti ja lähteä nopeasti kotiin täältä.
Erittäin vahvaa tekemistä siinä alasvien, niin se ei jätetty kyllä mitään kysyttävää vastustajalle. Otit niin korkealle kaveri, että se varmasti kipattiin sinne tonttiin ja niin kuin sanoit tuossa jo äsken vähän, niin näytti siltä ainakin, että sulla oli useampia vaihtoehtoja, mistä lähtee lopetusta hakemaan. Mutta missä kohtaa huomasit, että tämä viimeinen yritys menee maaliin asti?
No siinä vaiheessa, kun mä huomasin, että se on tajuton ja sanoin tuomarille, että tuu hakemaan mut pois täältä. Et siinä kohtaa se oli aika selkeä.
Onneksi olkoon, Marko Sarasjärvi!
Fill me in, Alexi.
He said that was quite an easy night of work, but he said his legs are still tired, so that if that triangle wouldn't have worked out, might have been in trouble. But at first he said that he was confident the previous 2 submission attempts were so close that he's gonna try to attack all the submissions all the way, and he was sure he's gonna get the finish.
Yeah, that's incredible. He did seem to get some kind of read, whatever read it was that he needed to know, I got this here. And like he said, he made it a short night of work.
Yeah, beautiful performance, great chaining of the submissions, and I'm glad to see that high-level jiu-jitsu in MMA.
Yeah, I love to see it.